This software here is called Virtual DJ. Now, as you can see at first glance, it's nice and big and spaced out, very clean looking. And at first I didn't like this software, but it's kind of growing on me now. I'd certainly use it in a DJ environment if I had to. Compared to Traktor and Decadence, it's comparable. It does a good job. It's good for some features of what some DJs like to do with it. So I know of a lot of DJs that do actually use it. So at first glance here, as I said, nice and clean look. We'll start at the top here. The thing I like here too, at the very top left here, is where it says CPU, and that's showing what my CPU usage is right now. That might come in handy. In the middle here, it'll show the lights for deck A and deck B. That's kind of handy too. The deck A, as you see down here where the play button is flashing, that means it's paused right now on deck A, and it's in blue. And if you go over to deck B, the play button is flashing because it's paused, and that's flashing red. So the same as up here, you have your blue lights for A and your red lights for B. So that kind of keeps track of things for you when you're playing music together. Up at the top, just off to the right here, is the time. So that now you'll know when I'm recording this video. Further to the right, you have a configure button, so when that comes up, it'll help you set up different things about Virtual DJ. And of course, in your far right corner, you have minimize, maximize, and exit. So along here, you have the display for when the music's playing, and it will show both songs when they are playing. You also have the display for both decks A and B, so just below the song names here, and on A and on B. So again, this one will be in blue, and this one over here will be in red. Okay, so same kind of system as the other software packages, where you drag a song to either deck and they'll load. It's as simple as that. So I have a song loaded in deck A, which is 122.03 beats per minute, and deck B 118 beats per minute. So below the beats per minute, you have your hot cues 1, 2, and 3. You have your time remaining, then your display, as I said. Then below that, you have your effects, so you can load any of your effects here. Right now it says break, so I can change it to backspin like that, or back to break. And to the right of that, we have samples. So right now it says siren. I could change it to saxo, or I could put push, and then there's a volume control for that as well. Now right now I don't have a controller hooked up for this program, so I'm just using my mouse to control the knobs like this. It's kind of tricky getting used to doing that if you don't have a controller. As I was telling you earlier, using a controller is a little more hands-on and a little more easy to use rather than trying to follow your mouse around the screen. So nice big platters. This is good for scratching, because see, the line will move as you go around here, and as I'm moving this table as well, you see the display going up here. So if I was to move this one, see, it would be red. The red display would go up here like that. So off to the right of the platter, on either side, you have your pitch slider. Below that, you have your pitch bend. To the left of that, as I said, underneath the platter is your cue and your pause, your play, and your sync buttons. Now if we go farther left again, you have your loops. So you could do 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32, and you see they'll light up depending on how many times you push those arrows to the left or to the right. So your loops in and your loops out here. And so now just above the song list, you'll have your browser button. That means we're in the browser list. So on the bottom half of the screen on the left, you have your filing system, and on the right you have your song list, so depending on which folder I was in. Okay, so I do happen to have a Serato folder there. There's nothing in it right now. Okay, back to the buttons at the top here. We can go into the sample tab, and the first 6 are taken up. The right 6 are not, so you can add whatever you want into those ones, and then you can change the volume on either one of these given samples. The next tab is effects, so same kind of thing. You can add whatever effects you want to these. And in the record tab, obviously this is for recording. It says start recording, and you can make a recording for a promotional CD or a set where you might be away from your turntables or something of that nature. You know, same thing. Deck B is laid out the same as Deck A. You have your sliders in the middle here. This is Deck A slider, Deck B slider, and your crossfader underneath. And each deck also has your EQ knobs, so you have your low, your mid, and your highs, and your gain. And this is your master and your Q. So very good looking program. I would certainly use it, and you should maybe check it out, download a trial version and see if it's the features and compatibility that you need for your DJing.